Hello, everyone. Oh, nice dance. he's doing the dance. Hello, everyone.
Not like the bear dance.
Not like not like the bear dance. Now, if you want to see our bear dance, you can see Corey playing playing the druid and our Starfinder DDO. It's too bad that we're having so much trouble trying to launch Starfinder, but I guess that gives us a chance to play some extra Mummy's Mask, so I'm not completely complaining. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Man From Osirion Mummy's Mask. We have some special guests doing some cameo tonight, but of course the stars of our show, starting with the Cloistered Cleric from Katapesh. Can we say that 3 times real fast, Frank?
I can say it once, kind of slow.
Cloistered Cleric from Katapesh.
Cloistered Cleric of Katapesh.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
And he's here studying Osirion lore and knowledge and everything else that we can cram into our 2-inch television screen, because everybody watches everything on their phone. Watch us on your laptop. Oh, check out the special effects of our layovers. Don't just watch it on your phone. If you want to listen to a podcast, because there's a audio-only podcast version that you can find everywhere on the net. We are everywhere, I'm telling you. You type in the Man From Osirion Mummy's Mask, you will find several podcast hosts that find it. But if you want the visual aspect, check out our YouTube channel, Mongers Podcast Network on YouTube. You'll find us, and you'll find these interesting layovers and things that and maps and minis and combat and all that stuff. For the visual aspect, it's your choice. We just hope you listen, watch, and join us. Thank you so much for coming. Returning from Sothis, which is the capital, downriver, playing are also from Katapesh native, from Suli, a sort of a genie king little dude, came here when he was a kid, stole something, paid the price, lost a hand, and now he's back 10 years later to make his fortune because Pharaoh has opened the gates. Playing Vex Vandal, Matt Witt is in the house.
Hola, everybody.
That is a stunning picture you have of your character behind you. Let's see that again. Draw the mic to you and then
Draw the mic to me. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand what you mean. But yeah, it's a cool picture.
When you speak, the camera goes to you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, see, look. There he is. Hello.
Such a sad little man. Ryan Messina is AWOL because his character ran off in the middle of the night. And we'll get back to him. Playing a few cameos. We'll introduce you, shall we say, when the time is right. So, when we last left our intrepid band, you guys had bedded down at the Whispering Stone in the Asp district in the dark, wrong side of town. Met a charming middle-aged witch. Well, sorry, can't prove that, just only a rumor. She's a bit of a rumor monger herself. It's proven for when 2 sleepy-eyed, wary Tomb Raiders come down the stairs, find their android companion missing, and come down to get some breakfast, you find the common room completely packed. Several heads turn your way to see who you are coming down those stairs. And then they look a little disappointed, and murmurs starting. Is that them? Are they with him? Are they with him? No. Do they travel with the Rajul, Alanar? No, it's not him. No, it's much thing going on. Old Man's Inn, Vex Vandal. Very curious. This place is packed to the nines with lots and lots of Osirion natives. Not necessarily the adventurers that come from Inner Sea, just a lot of the locals.
All right. Look around and where did we leave off? I believe that we had made our arrangements, and now we were just mealing down.
I'm sorry. Not Old Man Arif. I want Old Man Zin from Star Wars. You come down, you got your big blaster cunt gun, you're wondering what the heck you're doing. No, sorry. That's Old Man Arif. How many times have I called you Zin since we started?
Lots.
Maybe you should stop putting old man in front of your character names, because I'm getting.
That's why I changed it from Star Wars just to Zin.
Just to Zin.
Because I am an old man.
Old man's in. Old man's. You're still spry in my eyes because you're only like a year older than me or two. So, not quite so young, spry Arif as you bound down the stairs, so the DM can retain his youth as well. You barely get to the bottom of the stairs. People come forward, look at you, and then you kind of, you know. Anyway.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. Out of the way.
Our benefactor is having the time of her life, serving drinks, pulled in some family or cousins or people that want to make a couple shekels, food, drinks. The place is just going, and she's telling them, if you want to stay, you got to buy something. This is, the guest privacy is sacred, that type of thing. There have been a couple people that want to go up the stairs, a couple orcas of Wadjet, okay? And this is where the woman gets scary. She literally at one point stepped in front of them on the stairs and warned anybody that would walk up those stairs would be cursed to the maximum of her ability. And rumors and whispers that she actually is a witch is enough to keep them at bay. For now. She seemed to have conned them this morning with a little breakfast and whatever. It's still early in the morning. You guys got up. It's not like you guys slept in a whole bunch. But Vex, you know people. And it doesn't take much of a 10 perception check to know that the crowd is starting to get restless. Whatever they came for, this is going to be held off only so long. Anyway, she sees you and she's, sets to serving you people, serving the two of you. People complain and she says guests get served first, Some people in the back are even calling, show us him. Where is he? You can't keep him from us. Show us. Rajul Alanar,
Rajul Alanar? What is this? I'll ask the patron. What is this that they are speaking of?
Oh, they think your metal friend is someone special. Anyway, she leans in and explains that the people here are all followers or recent devotees converting to the ancient religion of Wadjet, the goddess of the river, and they think there's some connection to her and your adventuring friend. Pay it no mind. And she's like, how would you like a job here? Like, hey, how would you like to serve, help me serve drinks,
So I'll lean in and kind of pull her down and explain to her, our friend is not here. He left at some point in time during the night.
Okay.
So perhaps you should dispel the crowd before they get overly rambunctious.
She smiles at you, that wicked smile you saw at the table, and she says, I know he left. I'm just trying to make the best of things for as long as they stay. And gives you a wink. Now serve table 4. She shoves a drink in your hand, and she says, I'll have you work on commission. And if you can, tell them anything a little bit about your friend, but not too much, there'll be more in it for you. And she gives you a shove. Leaves you standing there. She runs off. You don't have to do it. She just runs off. And,
I'll take the tray
and
head the direction she pointed.
Okay. Arif, your guy has been conscripted. She saved you a seat sort of like right at the bar, like a stool kind of thing. You can just hoist yourself up on the corner and, get your breakfast a little faster instead of like having to take a table that are all pretty much packed anyway.
Yes, it sounds good. I'll just observe what's going on and just comment as appropriate.
Okay. Your proprietor or proprietess, Miss Tet Black Blossom, rumored to be a witch, just seems to be oblivious to the leers of the crowd. This is somebody that's obviously used to have handled large groups of people, but she actually is a tavern owner. And not that you ever thought this place was ever hopping like a nightclub, but, she seems to authoritatively and elegantly handle people and with a little extra staff as quickly as she can and keep them, keep the line moving, keep things going, making the best out of it, making money hand over fist this morning. She also has the audacity to ask the person next to you, have you come for Rajul Alnar? And he says, yes. And she says, I will get you one right away. And she disappears, pours a drink, and puts it in front of him. What is this? That, she switches to common, is a riverman. Just like you asked. That'll be 2 coppers. I didn't ask for this. I asked for him. Him, the riverman. We know you have him upstairs. Well, he has a room here, but you should have made yourself more clear. And then she leans in and glares at the guy. Now the coppers. And he bitches and pulls up, she actually ordered a drink, turned this guy into a drink, and is making money over a misconception. And this goes on for several moments. Vex, you make your way to a back table where you find 2 men sitting. They are very interested in what's going on. Heads perked up. They're not like down in their cups or whatever. They're already eating and you're bringing them like around or whatever. They're watching everything's going on, but they're not up on their feet like a lot of the people standing room only. They're not, in line to get drinks at the main table. They're not pushing and being annoying. And they certainly don't look like, well, they're both actually, I know one is a Gurundi and the other possibly. Let's introduce for tonight's cameo Joe Gibson, no stranger to Role Mongers, and Corey Chazon from our Simply Second Edition podcast, and has also worked with us as auxiliary cast member to our Age of Ashes show. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
No problem.
Hey, everybody. Happy to be here.
So let's start with Joe. Could you describe one of the gentlemen that you control sitting at this table, graciously taking his drink from the tray?
Sure. A male, young, 19-ish, large man, 6 foot and change, 200 some odd pounds, so pretty big.
You're human?
I am human.
And your ethnicity? Because I couldn't remember if you're actually Gurundi, like Osirion, or if you're Katapesh, like the Arabic, like these guys.
Oh, I'm trying to find it.
I'm pretty sure you're Osirion, considering what you are.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
With a strange looking birthmark on the side of his right side of his face, which looks like, if you look at it closely enough, maybe looks like 7 daggers, 7 swords, all in a line.
Might even look like Black Blossom recently slapped him with the fingers.
Yeah.
No touchy. But yes.
Yeah, wearing red, monkish type clothes is the best way to put that. So, and that's about it.
Okay. Now, I've noticed Frank just rolled local knowledge, but I'm actually going to ask one from Vex. Since you guys are separated and like Arif's up at the bar watching the commoners and talking to Miss Blossom herself.
Sure, I don't have it trained, so there's my raw intelligence of 11.
Okay, it's no secret how superstitious locals are. The Gurundi natives are very superstitious. A lot of them still venerate the old ways. Many have been swayed by the big churches like Arif belongs to, okay? This man, unfortunately, was marked at birth. He is considered a marked man. They don't think he's cursed, but they do know the gods have their eyes on him, so everyone kind of gives this guy distance. They'll watch him to see if it's a blessing, but they'll also keep the distance in case the gods have cursed him. You know what I mean? One of those 10-foot pole kind of guys. So luckily, maybe that's how these guys got a table so easily. You know, the natives are kind of superstitious about someone who has a birthmark on their face. 50-50 good, 50-50 bad. So it's just someone that they give a little distance to and kind of watch. Next we have another Osirion Gurundi male. Corey, would you describe your character, please?
Oh, good evening, gentlemen, ladies, boys, and girls. I am of average weight, standing about 5'9", medium build, dressed in light, colorful, flowing robes with a bald head.
Ooh. Two interesting locals in front of you. Vex, you give me your drinks?
I'll come up to the table and I'll lean down with the platter and I'll say, if you don't mind, I could use a hand. Holding up my stump and leading towards them with their drinks on the platter.
Boo. I'm sorry. I owed him that. I got seriously booed with one of my jokes earlier. It's like, I'm sure there's audience out there booing with me. Yeah. Boo with the GM. No, that's great. Do you speak with them at all, or you head back to your work?
And wait till they take their drinks. Quite the crowd tonight, isn't it? Or quite the crowd this morning, isn't it?
I'm going to reach for a drink, toss a coin, and say nothing.
Okay.
I'll grab my drink, toss my, I guess, copper piece. A couple of copper pieces.
Yeah.
Say,
Yeah, it's
yes.
two for you. You ordered the Riverman.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Saying, yes, it is fairly busy. There's something about someone might be here. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, it is nothing. It is nothing. Pay no mind. It is simply rumors. Simply rumors. And the fine matron of this establishment is capitalizing on it, as you can see by the full house.
Oh, fair enough.
And I'll tuck the tray under my arm with the stump, put the coppers in my pocket, and dip my head and turn back into the crowd. And I'm going to pick a couple pockets of some of the more distracted people on the way back to the bar.
All right. To successfully pick a pocket, the DC is 20. But you're also going off of someone's perception. So there's several outcomes. You could succeed and they don't notice. You could succeed and they go, hey, and they notice. You could fail and they notice and go, hey, and you didn't even get anything for your trouble. Or you could fail, but no one even noticed. 4 possible outcomes depending on how you do versus their perception and actually hitting that DC. So,
yep.
Are you just
While he's walking away,
yep.
I am going to observe everything that he does as closely as I can.
Okay.
That's not meta.
Well, let me help. Something that the audience doesn't know is off the record, like outside of game, when Corey and Joe built these characters, they have come for the very specific reason that they have on very good authority that, Riverman is here. And the crowd proves it. So to have just have a waiter kid come up and go, no, we're just selling drinks, man. You're like, the Riverman's all the rage. They all came for the drinks, right? A little suspicious. So since Corey's a little new to the show, I'll give him that. I'll let him just problem though, Monsieur. Can I have your names? Who is peering after this young boy? You're muted.
Sorry about that. Zamaket.
Okay. The crowd is packed and the boy wiggles his way into them, and you kind of, like, unless he's on the outside near you, it's not hard to lose sight of him as he's like making his way through people. You might see the tray in the one hand. Excuse me. Hey! Nothing. Excuse me. That kind of thing. You kind of like, you see that the tray kind of like to look into this pocket and look into that pocket, but you just kind of like the hand above the people. That's about it.
No, the tray, now that it's empty, is tucked under my stump arm, and I'm using my free good hand.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not holding the tray up.
So
I just tuck
sorry.
it
So
under
it's more like people's heads are just kind of.
You see a little
parting.
bobbing turban.
Yeah. Or the people just kind of move. You like how you have something large going through the grass, and the grass kind of splits and shifts, right? You just see people moving, and that kind of tracks them. But what he's up to, I'll give it to you. You can have a perception, man, but it's going to be some serious penalties. And the other gentleman,
sleight of hand of 23.
Okay.
I got my perception at 15.
Okay. You can see where he's going. Not sure what he's up to. Now the crowd is one-sided after one thing and facing one direction. So I'm going to give them a flat perception DC. And as long as you can stay above that, no one notices you what you're doing. And then every 10 feet is -1 plus the crowd, blah, blah, blah. So, Joe, our marked man.
Yes.
What do they call you?
Well off.
Well off?
Can you handle? Yeah. Can you handle that one?
Just because I moshed the crap out of your new Star Wars character's name doesn't mean it's an hour later. I'm a fresh new guy for a Mummy's Mash show. Don't assume. Well off. And Zemiket. Well off. Now, before we get into your character classes and what you guys do, because I'm pretty sure there's opportunity for that later, let's get back to Arif. Old Man Arif asking for local checks. Was there something specific?
Just as I look out among these throng of people, do I see anyone that maybe perhaps doesn't belong? It's dressed a little better than they should be, or a little well equipped.
Yes, you Catapesh foreigner. No.
Beside me.
A lot of locals, but I will tell you this, because you come down the stairs and everyone's trying to get it, she's trying to keep it clear, and you're on the very edge of the bar, the corner table off the door can be is the same wall that the stairs are on. Okay. And you can actually see two gentlemen that are locals. They're both Garundi men. One large, young, one regular age, well built. But it's what they're wearing. Can I have I'll go off of your first local, and also I need a perception and a knowledge religion.
Okay. So I will drop the religion next. 17.
Okay.
And then perception is somewhere. There it is. 25 per perception.
Okay. No one just wears you know what I mean? Like, he's too far away to make sense of it, but you can see the discoloration of the man's skin, the fingers, and what it means, the marked man. Possibly some more investigation, but you can understand why people are giving that table breath, because you see a man talk and turn. He's got some kind of large mark on his face. Can't see what it is, but you know what I mean? That part's obvious. As far as knowledge local, these guys are both dressed a cut above everybody that's in here. Vex, you're robbing the common worker. You're getting a couple coppers for your trouble, because they're a couple coppers to buy a Riverman drink and see the Riverman kind of thing. But you're looking at laborers and people with free time on their hands. Just a sea of Cleopatra haircuts, topless guys, and the white Egyptian skirt kind of thing going on is about 80% of this crowd. Mixed in, and right at the front along the bar, Arif, we see, I wouldn't say well-dressed, but better dressed couple oracles of Wadjet, holy symbols and everything, and being first in line from when the Riverman comes down. But Frank already knows about them, expected them. There's an odd person, a guard, standing inside the door, just kind of curiously, and some guards walking by. Keep an eye on this place. They were probably assigned to this cult freak show. You know what I mean? Keep an eye on their movements, right? You also spot, peeking in a window, the telltale black hood and silver trim of someone of your own order. Like a watchful priest kind of peeking in windows, just keep an eye on everybody, see what's going on. But a lot of your order has been assigned to inside the necropolis today, so if they're here, it's kind of obvious they're watching the crowd and seeing, everyone's got spies, see what's going on with this whole Wadjet Riverman deal. It's pretty obvious people's movements, that they just have a cop and a priest, and then this, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way everyone's positioned, it's almost laughable. But these two gentlemen at the table, they don't look unusual, but they are technically fit your requirements. They are better dressed. They are carrying gear. The backpacks that they have, the sack or whatever that's at the side of the table, at their chair, like they're ready to go in or ready to leave town after they kill you in your sleep, something. Just saying. These guys are prepped for something. No big weapons, no big pole arms, no big spears or anything kicking around or whatever. Someone might have some javelins, but
so getting the kind of the meter of the room here. The Riverman is obviously not showing up. So as we kind of take our drinks and sit for 5 minutes or so, does anything happen? Do people start to get antsy?
Yes.
Trying to read the room here.
Yes. beyond Vex's perception, who predicted the room will get antsy, it actually does, and you witness it. The crowd becomes impatient. She starts having trouble keeping up with the drinks. What is this? No, I don't want a river man. Stop this bullshit. We have a right to see them. And then they even have a priestess or an oracle priest turn to the people going, we have waited 1,200 years for him. We can wait. We can do the courtesy of waiting a bit longer. Enjoy your drinks. Like, he seems to be getting the idea that, an angry crowd is bad idea. You know what I mean?
Okay. So as soon as he finishes that, I'll, clear my throat and excuse me. I just wanted to call out here. How many of you know the stories of the man from the river? Huh? Do you? Do you? And I'll kind of begin to use my orator ability to kind of just do a bit of storytelling to kind of keep people busy.
Okay. So
as Nadib says in the tomes, The Seas of Sand, sometimes he who climbs from the river is just that, a man who has fallen and is climbed from the river. But yea, though it is he who sometimes is placed there by the hand of divinity, and just sort of rattle on. And
okay. They listen, and the crowd seems interested that you're down for this. But if you don't ask, since you're not, like you said, since you're preaching or you're telling people as opposed to asking, after a little while, you got a good and bad news. The good news is the people seem quite interested and calm down. The bad news is the oracles look upset.
Well, I'm trying to tell a story that kind of circles back on itself, so you don't really get any good answers.
Yeah. Take what you will from this.
Yeah.
but essentially just trying to chew up time and see who gets froggy and finally says enough is enough and starts to move.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to,
that will be the oracles.
Here.
They push their way down to you, and they're like, you know, you talk in circles. He says, we have proof he has come. This is not a lie. It is not. Anyway, we know these scrolls. You do not need to preach them to us, Pharasmite. But this is what we have seen, and they have, they're getting riled up, basically saying we're sure that this is our guy, that we've taken, the half of what you've said, and there's, the fiery omen. We saw this, which is proof. The man came out of the, and he looks unlike any Gurundi. That's his proof. He's pale as the river. What more proof do you want? You're just. Anyway, they come up with this bit about, you remember how he climbed the Pharasmic spire and got arrested for defacing it, and now there's a Pharasmite in their midst going, no, just kind of taking the long-winded approach of the scroll. Take what you will, but it doesn't mean, first guy to fall out of the sky in the river is your guy type of thing, right? So they start this spin basically that, the Pharasmite church, is trying to cover our prophecy up. They're pissed that our guy, defaced the spire as a sign that the old gods are coming back to take their place, alongside the new gods, or perhaps end them. We're on our way back up, old man. That kind of thing. Like, and there's a lot of right. The people don't say anything. They're just kind of watching and going, oh, whispering or whatever. But you certainly got the oracles all riled up. Vex and the two gentlemen in the corner.
Yep.
Okay, so old man Arif has got the crowd calmed down a bit. The oracles were just like, now, right? So in kind of laying out a loose truth, the people are all kind of like, oh yeah, maybe it is just a drink. Oh yeah, they seem impressed or more calm that, like, maybe he just is a foreigner. We're all hyped up about this stuff, and the oracles are pissed that they seem to be losing their crowd, and they turn on the guy, and they're trying to intimidate him. They're right in his face and blah, 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 berating your friend. So, guys in the corner, priest fight. I mean, they're just dropping knowledge, and was it like rap battles?
I'll continue working through the crowd back to the counter. Okay. Drop the tray off.
Frank, can I have your rap battle version of what you said?
Oh.
And the scrolls of Skelos, I'm telling you, the man comes out of the river, from the river, could be no such thing, type of thing, right? And they all roll up on you, and he's got...
By the power vested in me in this giant atom spire.
Yeah. There you go, man. All right. The oracles roll up on you, but of course they got the female river priest dance singers, but they take and say, I hear your words. You're not lying, but you know, you're spinning a loop. You got my people crying, but the type of thing, you know. Eagle! And he flies off like Lincoln. Anyway, things are getting heated between the priests and the oracles, but the people just kind of went from, yeah, drink, yeah, let's see our guy, to just kind of murmuring uncertain, like, you know, even a couple people leave going, oh, I knew this was bullshit. Not a lot. Like 10% of the crowd leave, right? 90% of the crowd are just kind of like seeing what happens next and are kind of, instead of all like, yay, they're all just kind of like, what is going on? And the oracles are pissed, and they're berating this old guy. So, Vex, going to the aid of your friend.
Yep. So I'll like slide up and I'll be like, with the oracles, are they all the oracles women?
No, it's an older man.
Yep.
A middle-aged man, and then about 4 or 5 ladies of different ages.
Okay.
And then there's
my friends, there is no need for this heated discussion. Surely you can do this in a much more peaceful manner. You are all of the cloth, are you not? With a diplomacy of 23.
Okay.
You do your gods a disservice in acting in this manner.
I'll go with that diplomacy of 23. Are you trying to intimidate them? Or are you just trying to guilt trip them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just be like, what are you doing? You guys are supposed to be representing.
Yeah, like
and you're trying to start a bar fight.
All right.
Surely there is a better place for this kind of discussion.
All right. Well, Sekhmet, your young waiter's got some skills. Dude starts soapbox preaching at these guys about the common man and, like, you know, what the ancient gods, you know, represent, and he shames them. Now, they don't leave, but they certainly clam up. They still don't look very happy, but he manages to shut them up. They stop berating the old guy. What are you two doing?
I will stand up and applaud the young boy. Well said.
This drink sucks. River piss. What the hell? Sorry.
Well,
thank you, my friend. Thank you. I will be here all week.
I'm just gonna sit at the table and laugh.
Okay. So we're kind of back to a stalemate. They don't want to leave. They still want their riverman. All right. Anyway, finally, Black Blossom comes over, puts a hand on Vex's shoulder. You know, gets him off the bar. Right. Nods that she agrees with what he did. Whispers in your ear. I think that's enough. You know. Anyway, so she announces, "We are out of Riverman Ale. There is no," and she turns to the Oracle and looks him right in the eye, "there is no Riverman here at this time. Rajul Alnar has left the building. I must close for the afternoon. Please come back tomorrow," you know, and like, she nods, and I don't know if this guard's on a payroll or just takes a good cue or, you know, is bewitched, whatever, but the guard immediately, you know, "This establishment has closed. Everyone must leave now. Go about your business. Go about your work. Enough of this foolishness," you know, blah, blah, type of thing. She, the guy at the door, and anyway. So now about 80% of the crowd leaves, leaving some most devout commoners, and, you know, the oracles seem uncertain what to do next. What do you guys do?
I'm going to continue drinking.
Okay.
And observing everything else that is going on around me.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. She does say, like, not get out. I'm out of, like, the bar's closed, happy hour's done. She does say, finish your drinks. No more of this nonsense. You know what I mean? She's not like, just get out. So, sorry. The guard doesn't tell everybody to go out, but he does tell people, if you are done purchasing things, she's out. If you're done with your drinks, please go, you know, that kind of thing, in no uncertain terms. Anyway, still, a majority of the people leave. right? The oracles all go back to their drink, grab it, and just defiantly sip, looking at her. She just ignores them. A couple guys in the corner, as you know, state. But now the place cleans out, and you guys can see each other and the oracles that are left, and a couple commoners sitting at tables, murmuring, nursing their drinks for spite. You know, the guard leaves, completely gone. The big crowd is gone. Now we're down to a dozen people that she could probably handle, and the guards leave. You know, and she just happily talks to them as if they're customers. Comes over to you, sorry, gentlemen. You know, we're out of Riverman, and this crowd, you know, low stocks. She explains how the last couple of days have been very busy, and the adventures that came through here on the first couple of weeks, building up for the big day yesterday, has pretty much wiped her out. Right? Turns to Arif. Will you be staying with us another night? I still have some reserves in the pantry for our guests that already have rooms that are paying. Wink, wink.
Well, I think we have arrangements made. We'll be traveling into the city of the dead.
Yes, my friend. But I'm wondering if perhaps we should maybe look for some extra hands, seeing as though our metallic friend has taken his leave of us.
Oh, he did leave you a note, Arif, which he forgot to mention.
I'll read the note.
He didn't tell Vex, and you were like, oh, okay, he'll return. Anyway, it just basically, he scribbled out in his best common. Wasn't great, but he was like, he did need to return to the river and would be back shortly, but, you know, don't wait for him, and he can meet you here. He doesn't want, like, basically it was something like, I don't want to hold you guys up, do whatever you want, but I have to go to the river before I can rejoin you guys, and he'll meet you back here. So whether you guys want to wait a day or so till he gets back, or just, you know, do whatever. Now, whether it's really, really bad, kind of linguistics check, Frank, because like I said, his common is Osirion are barely spoken by this man, let alone him like taking pen in hand, you know.
Yes, you may.
You draw little pictographs, you know, a picture that's
13.
Picture that's supposed to be him because of the tower shield, the big long line that he carries, you know, walking towards a river, you know, sun going down, couple of pictures of that. And he does not sure when he's coming back, right? This kind of stuff.
He may never come back.
You know,
I just
little picture in you, Vex going, whatever you want to do, right?
So I think we would definitely benefit from finding an able body or two, especially if we reflect upon our previous encounters.
I agree, and I also do not fancy the thought of hauling all of that
breakables?
I don't even know the word to use. I don't want to say loot.
and
Stuff.
I believe the word you're looking for is antiquities.
Yes, antiquities. Very good. I just don't fancy the thought of hauling it all up by myself. Perhaps we can find some temporary helpers.
We do seem to have a bit of gold left over. I believe we could be a little less frugal and get some quality help. That sounds like a splendid idea.
I'll turn to, what's her name?
Tet Black Blossom.
Black Blossom, that's it. Excuse me, mistress.
Yes.
Perhaps you are knowing of some people in looking for some work. We have some things to take care of inside the city of the dead.
Oh. She says, she points at your tray and asks for it back. And then makes the, you know, time for you to cash out, waiter. You know, like balance your till. The money for the drinks.
I'll throw the 3 coppers on the tray and set it on the counter.
Okay. She takes it and pockets it. She says, so am I to assume that, big smile, that your Rajul Nahar won't be returning to you anytime soon?
It's very hard to say with that man. He's very hard to read.
Well, if you run into him, tell him I have a room reserved and a drink, quite literally, with his name on it. I will...
I see what you did there.
For him, the rooms are half price. And any that would accompany him on the same night. So like you bring him back, you can have another room, but he's got to be there for you guys to get the half price deal. Okay.
Surely it makes sense.
But if you're looking for help, she says, the gentleman you served.
Oh, very good.
I could tell you a little about them. Not much. They've been in here before. The marked man is a worshipper of Sekhmet, the ancient goddess of war. She quite literally marked his face. Most are very wary of him, but I believe he is some sort of priest. He might be valuable to you. As for the other, I know little of him beyond the fact that he is Magus, skilled in both warrior martial arts and the arcane. And being a witch, that interests her. And she actually like looks over him and gives the old, hair over her ear. How you doing? I get off at 6, that kind of thing. Which is funny because the neither man is overly attractive or, you know what I mean? They're both built and give off a bit of a dangerous vibe, but, to each their own.
Could I trouble you for an introduction, please?
She says, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take them these drinks on the house? Least I could do for all the money you've brought me in today. And introduce yourself.
Thank you, mistress. And I'll pick up the tray.
Okay. Anyway, implying that drinks on the house from Blossom delivered in your hand kind of gives these strangers a these guys are okay kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Street, well, not like that's a base 10 DC, like local knowledge, These guys are okay as far as I know. She can't vouch for you guys, but she certainly doesn't know anything wrong with you two. So drinks on the house delivered by your hand, and you're on your own to sell it.
You're okay-ish.
I see nothing wrong with you guys coming back here and making me more money. There you go. So.
Move on over to the pair.
Why is Arif? And I'll grab the tray and
yes, it is as good as any, I suppose. You there, the marked one. I don't believe I caught your name. I am Arif al-Basir-Anas, the scribe and scholar. A knower of some things, and some things I pretend to know, much like any wise man, I suppose. And then who might you be?
That was a very long-winded introduction. Pleased to meet you.
I like how we started with an insult.
Wow.
I like how we start with the insult. Hey, you marked one.
Covered it up nicely.
Nice, very nice.
He doesn't see sometimes his actions as insultive. They just blunt.
No, it's sorry. The GM is not trying to hammer some points, guys. If I'm talking about a player, it's always a joke. If I'm talking about an NPC, I am saving the constant sense motive, right? They're thirsty, they're hungry, they're this. I'll save the sense motive rolls for when it's really secretive. So that's usually when I blanket what you might assume. Also notice I turn to a certain player to assume a certain thing. Street knowledge, base DC 10, our rogue. Arcane knowledge, you know what I mean? And you guys say you share stuff. So that's kind of my excuse and GMing style of not bogging the game down in too many roles. Right? But I wouldn't feed anyone information just so that you get it, so that you get on with the module and don't miss any Easter eggs. I only give out stuff that's this guy is a cloistered priest, studied this, he would probably know this easily. This guy is a man of the street. He would know this easily, right? If you don't have that kind of character class in your party, I don't say nothing. Anyway, sorry. Well off, you were saying.
I'm well off. Believer of Sekhmet.
Man, a few words.
Man, a few words. For you, old man, being a cleric of Pharasma by your
it is very astute. Yes.
Okay. My god supersedes yours.
Zip.
Or so she likes to think. I mean, the fate does have a quite fickle hand.
It does.
But Pharasma does recognize the Lady of Slaughter's, penchants for all things martial. She just prefers a more delicate touch.
And your goddess's rebuke, Mr. Welleff?
Don't have one.
Don't have one. Shuts him up. You know what they say? If you don't have anything to say, just play with your phone. Or in Osirion, just play with your drink.
Yeah.
Your beads, right? And Zemekat. Sorry, Welleff worships Sekhmet, and then I'm looking at your lettering, and it's and I want to say Sekhmet with a Z, right? I was like, I almost like do it on purpose, but I know Corey didn't know what you were playing, so it's just like fucking Matt slipped him a note. I just know you should be this.
Nope.
And change 2 letters, and the GM will look like a fool. Well, I don't need your help to look like a fool, Wit. I'm telling you.
Yes, you've proven that time and time again, Jeff.
And yet you still show up to play. Because I ain't paying these guys. Sorry, Corey.
That's my name. Oh, wait. No, it's not.
It's no. Oh, ha 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 ha. Sorry, Mr. Zemekat. Yeah, I know I picked you to play with us for the wrong reason. Sorry.
You, old man. What is it you want?
Well, young man, if that's how we're addressing ourselves, I am Arif, to put it pointedly. We have found ourselves a 1 or 2 short from our excursions into the old city of the dead, Wati here. We would appreciate help in our explorations of the said ruins and the things that tend to crop up there. And in return, we can pay you somewhat.
Somewhat, you say?
Well, sometimes a wage earned is a wage paid, yes.
So you want me to come with an old man and a guy with one hand to where?
The scene instantly zips across the desert and drops you guys down into the, you guys, they register you, they take you into the city, right? You guys go into a tomb, down a 60-foot shaft to the bottom of nowhere. And
No. First we get our cart, we bring it in, we set up the block and tackle lift.
Yeah, I was getting to that. I was just saying the camera scene drifts, right? And at the bottom of this pit, okay, after putting you 2 to work and helping them make this rig, because obviously it's a 60-foot drop, they've got to pull stuff up and down that was covered too extensively a couple episodes again. Arif is showing you these beautiful stone embossed doors of a warrior on a chariot, as if to say, this is where we here we are.
Right here. I know it's been kind of a roundabout, but sometimes you have to collect some things before you get to where you're actually going. And some things are better shown than explained, yes? So at the bottom of the pit, hence the cart and rope and blocks and tackles, there are treasures down there, antiquities, that the church would pay handsomely for their retrieval.
Yeah.
Thus, the 2 of you come in. So, you're interested, I take it. You followed us halfway through town.
They're already registered.
You followed us halfway through town. You've registered, and we've brought you here. So, after you.
I'm sorry. I thought that was a good segue.
Good, you had me at antiquities.
Yeah.
That does seem to be the magic word around here.
Apparently.
You had me at Riverman. Okay.
So we'll set everything up, get our little lift going, extract the contents of the first room, and set up a staging area in the entryway there.
Okay.
And I'd assume that's probably going to take a better part of the day. At least half of it, anyways. Have a light lunch.
Have a light lunch, that kind of thing.
What's for lunch?
Pass around a hookah.
Yeah, it's the flatbreads and olive oils and
Yeah, it's just laborers' day, you know. Haven't
Yeah.
unless something
Laborers'
jumps
Day.
out of the shadows.
So what we're having dates and
dates
Cobra?
Dates and flatbread.
yeah,
Dates and flatbread,
yeah.
maybe some dried goat meat, wine.
So down at the bottom of this shaft in this room is a body that looks like it's been here for not 1,200 years since they sealed this place up, but a couple decades. They've just kind of, you know, shoved him out of the way and let him be, you know. And looking at the board here, we have two monkish-looking minis. Shout out to Devon Knight Minis sponsoring. And the one in the sort of golden with the bald off the shoulder is our worshiper of Sekhmet, the ancient Osirian goddess of war and justice. Or is it war and vengeance?
War, vengeance, fire,
Okay.
death.
Well, it's the unpredictability of battle and destruction.
There you go.
And healing, too.
And some healing thrown in, yes.
And
like I said, capricious deity.
carrying the 3-section staff, though the character doesn't usually wield one, covered in runes and marks in the blue tights. In this corner, in the blue tights, also sporting a bald-shaven monkin head, we have Zemiket, our magus. So, allowing enough time to go by that you guys have set up what you want, and they claim, gentlemen, they have explored with a missing party member several rooms already, have treasure, and, you know, they'll give you a small percentage for labor to help them out with that treasure. But beyond getting into the new exploration, what's the deal? You guys full partners, or, you know, are you just...
Equal effort gets equal share. It's only fair.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds amicable.
Agreed. Originate the hand.
Okay.
You truly are a follower of the old ways. Splick.
So,
Oh, please don't get the COVID.
I'm only 19. This is Joe.
Oh my! Can we get to COVID-18?
No. Well, his character was 19, so haha.
Yeah.
So a little while later, you guys they've shown you the what they've explored,
Oh yeah, Arif gave him the tour. You know that happened.
right? So you
Well, you see, and his voice just kind of trails off as he's tugging on one of the guy's collars. No, this way. You have to see where we've come from first.
the long hallway is a beautiful fresco carving, which all these holes in it. You see darts piled up all over the floor from a trap they must have sprung of a war scene. They take you into a room where you guys help disassemble and get rid of a big golden chariot. There's a lovely diorama with action figures crushed on the floor. I guess they don't like playing with dolls.
And at some point in time while they're doing the manual labor, I'll start checking this door for traps. When things are starting to round out.
Okay.
Take my 20.
Fine. You know, fun. You don't. You don't seem to find a trap.
For 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't seem to find a trap. And then.
Well, once we're all ready and at the door, I will open it.
Okay. And the huge elephant making too much noise you never bothered to perceive comes bounding down the stairs towards you. No, I'm just kidding. A stairwell descending, just like the stairwell on the opposite side, is what you are greeted with another set of double doors. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was taking 10. Because you can't take 20 on traps. So, yeah. Move into the room. Check the stairs for traps.
Yes.
And I will actually roll for this. Because I think I've got a better chance of hitting it.
Okay.
That would be perception, right?
Mhm.
To find them?
Yeah.
Can I take 20 on that?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay. Bam, 7.
Not so much.
Okay, move down to the doors. Check them for traps.
I'll step in and search as well. Don't be shy back there. Step on in.
Now we got him. Close the door.
18. So we got him. Close the door.
Look at all the crap
Your
we have
loot
upstairs.
be ours.
I got a 24 on search, but the door's already open.
No, you do not seem to find a trap.
Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
And I will step back and defer.
I will move into the room.
What are we using for light sources?
Torches.
An android that's no longer here. No.
Crap. That's true.
Does our cleric have the Osirion light spell that was just, or sorry, cantrip?
Zero level spell? Yeah, I have that too.
Okay.
I was just asking.
Because we have.
Well, then I'll draw my rapier and ask for some magical light.
Okay, because we have three. We have 3 humans and a Suli. Right? Do you have low light vision, Matt, or?
I do have low light vision.
But not okay. So you can just see a little better. But all right.
Yep, so I'll cast light.
All right. A massive mirror stretches across the southern wall of this chamber, flanked by 2 statues. The statue to the east depicts a tall, gaunt woman in a flowing, hooded gown, holding an hourglass. The figure to the west is that of a jackal-headed man carrying a scepter or a staff in his hand. Stone double doors, standing slightly ajar, lead to the east and west. And the third set of doors exits to the room to the north that you are stepping in. Torch holders, sculpted in the shape of bird skulls, are built into each of the 4 corners, and a thin layer of dust covers every surface. What do we do?
I will cast Detect Magic and begin concentrating.
Okay.
I will. I will use my knowledge religion, since I'm a devotee of old gods.
Mm-hmm.
See what
we got going on here?
we got going on here with the statues.
Okay, 2 rolls.
If it's religious, yep.
I will move in and start searching the door to the east
Okay.
for traps.
And I've got Old Man Arif on the stairwell. You want to come at least peer in the door there?
Too many maps.
No? You got 60 feet. You can stay back if you want, but, they get that cone shape. You might cut off the corner, solid stone, can't sense, right? And bring up the rear, Armagus. What would you like to do, sir?
Good question.
You staying back? You want to come in the room? Are you rear guard? Are you...
I think I'm just going to step into the room behind my companions and just stay at the back, like right about here.
Okay. Now, you guys are both in the stairway. Did you actually want to go right into the room?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, is there magic, Arif? Yes, there is. But discerning what's on people and how many sources, give us another round. There are several. As far as eliminating the sources of people, by the time you get to the 3rd round, and the guys are having a decent look around, I'll get back to you in a moment. Knowledge, religion.
Religion.
Yep. What'd you get?
Of an 8.
Okay. And another one for the other one?
And for the other one? A 19.
The first, the goddess with the hourglass, you don't know. But the second is obvious. A jackal-headed man, one of the old Osirion gods, sorry, one of the ancient Osirion gods, not like the goddess that you worship, but Anubis, god of underworld, god of death.
Cool. I will relay that to the party.
The 19 age is showing up. He's like, cool. I'm digging the scene, man.
That is an ominous thing to be telling us.
The fact that this door is ajar, Vex, you don't like it. You don't like it at all. And I'm not talking about trap. I'm talking about...
It's slightly ajar?
Yeah. Traps don't open doors. Things do. People do. Crawlies do.
Calm down. Let me finish.
Sorry, at a glance, Vex. This is, you come up to the door, you notice both east and west are, get a little bit uneasy. And we have a unidentified source of magic in the room coming from the gigantic mirror, but it's faint. It has a faint illusion and transmutation aura.
Blessings of Pharasma be upon you. And then I would say the mirror seems to have some type of minor enchantment upon it. It may warrant some closer investigations. And I'll move into the room and cease concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull the door shut.
Okay. Yeah, no, hey, one room at a time, right?
Right, and then I'll make a knowledge history check for Old Osiriani.
Okay.
If I can find it. 22.
Mirrors are a luxury item. Like, it speaks to Akin Tempe's wealth and prestige, whether it was a gift or just money he made as being a general. But this is a full-length, 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall mirror, embossed, covered in dust and hard to see through. And of course, the ancient materials that silvered in the back are starting to bleed out and show through. But give it a wipe down, or go up and have a look inside. It should be a functioning mirror, and mounted on the wall, speaks to the fact that it's, expensive. It's a prestige item. However, flanking it with knowledge religion.
Got 22. You want me to roll again?
Yep.
Okay. Knowledge religion. 24.
Okay. Your goddess, Pharasma, goddess of fate and death, in an early depiction. Most robes and hourglass, but still, modern times she's sculpted more sitting on her throne with a dagger, but that's definitely Pharasma. And again, ding, 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 just like when you came in, you found the masks up in the corners, the sculpted skull, right? Anubis, the ancient Osirian god of the underworld and death. Seems to be an ongoing theme.
Of death and protection to those who travel beyond the gates.
That's true.
Yeah, it makes sense that those two would be here, one to judge and one to guide. Yes. What's going on with that door there? And he's turning to note the door that Vex is trying to pull closed.
Okay.
Typically, in a tomb such as this, doors do not open by themselves. I'm thinking there may be something on the other side, and I just did not want it to intrude during your introspection.
Good thinking. And he'll move up and begin to more closely examine the mirror.
Okay. Okay, so, Arif, you wish to examine the mirror.
Well, yes. Oftentimes, these kinds of displays of wealth and things, it had deeper meanings, had inscriptions upon the edges, or some other kinds of chants or interesting notes that I may want to keep note of.
Okay. Looking at the glass as opposed to into it, you don't see any traces of, any extra inscription or whatever. It's decorated, it's adorned, but no sort, you know what I mean? Like, you're not looking in the mirror, you're looking at the mirror kind of thing. It's just sort of a, it's nice. No secret message. I can't say there's a lot of dust on said vertical surface. It is dusty, but it still functions, peering into the mirror.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give it the solid search through.
You see your 4 companions. There they are. There's Vex at the door. You're looking at them, giving them the thumbs up, like, hey, we don't want anything walking through here. There's the new Magus looking all around, guarding our butts. There's the skeptical war priest of Sekhmet, who's still trying to figure out that goddess statue. I guess you have to tell her. And there's that stern-looking general. I'm pretty sure his name is Akintempi, standing behind you, arms folded with a very stern, disapproving look on his face, looking right at you. Can I have a fortitude save, Frank?
What?
Standing behind
Fortitude
you in the
save.
reflection, you
Yes,
see a man that you believe might be Akintempi.
16.
Okay. You feel your forehead become warm, and then it hurts. You feel a burning sensation.
Yeah.
And you jump aside, you rub your head, you shake it off with a successful fort save. You look again, and the image of Akintempi is gone.
I turn to my comrades and I kind of hold my hand up by the mirror. There's something with the mirror. Do not look into it.
He turns.
I fear it may be cursed.
He turns to you guys, and you see a glyph, like a sunburn, on his head, on his forehead. Does anyone speak ancient Osirian besides Arif?
Yes, I believe
yep.
I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay. He has the hieroglyph for thief burned into his, like a sunburn. Okay. Now, you know how you slap someone?
Yep.
Right? And it's there, and you're like, look at this. Oh my God. Like after 5 minutes of telling him he has thief written on his head, it's starting to bland, and fade. Thank God you saved that saving throw, buddy. Could have been worse. Oh yeah. Failure would have been sort of a etched, burnt, there a lot longer kind of shit. Damage, So, like I said, the magic tried to take hold of you, started burning, but you rallied your old bones. Fortitude save, buddy. So
That's cool. Interesting trap.
Oh yeah. Shout out. Sorry.
It stands to reason that it would fade for me. I do not want to steal these antiquities, but merely present them in a more easier to get place for the people.
Yes, Vex, your forehead starts to burn.
But I am not looking in the mirror.
A low groan rumbles the entire structure. The statues shake with dust and, turn towards Vex. Right, and all of a sudden, oh my God, man. You have to say it out loud, right, Arif? Well, I'm not the one looking to steal. No.
I'm not looking to steal. No.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Well then, gentlemen, shall we carry on?
Oh, hang on a second. So, Arif, he looked into the mirror, right? He says all this stuff, right? Oh my God, I got this or whatever, blah, 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 blah. The mirror is obviously the cause. I would like a willpower save, gentlemen, all three of you, to not glance in the mirror going,
oh crap.
It's a flat
4.
It's a flat DC of 5.
Oh.
Easy.
Natural one.
Easy peasy. Like
first 7.
DC of 5 just to catch yourself.
20. No
Nice.
problem.
You glance in the mirror, but no, I'm not looking in that mirror. Zekmet with a
17.
Yeah, again, you look at the mirror. I'm not looking in that mirror. Arif tries not to look in the mirror again. Obviously, this was wait a minute, 7. Okay. Anyone?
So Aaron said there. Don't look. Don't look.
So Vex with a.
And I'm like, don't look at what?
Yeah. I wasn't looking in the mirror, he said. I was looking at the door. I was not looking at that mirror right there. And it's like, a stern, tall warrior right behind you, Vex, leaning on the door, looking very disapprovingly. Can I have a fortitude save?
Oh, hello, my friend. 10.
Okay. Nothing happens. You see the image, but you feel there's a little bit more to it.
Very curious.
Yes. Looking a little bit perhaps more into the mirror longer, or touching it, or, it's obviously a trap, but the magic seemed geared to pull you into
Yes, I'm not going to do this.
Yes, peering into the mirror like he was, searching it for 3 rounds, or like touching the mirror probably gets you burnt as a thief, but, you know. But
And I'll draw a literal line in the sand in front of the mirror. You shouldn't approach any closer than that. And then I'll back up.
Do not pass go.
Gentlemen, I suspect there may be something of bestial nature behind these doors. Be ready to be at arms.
Perhaps a quick listen is in order.
Indeed. Shh.
Ear to the door.
Sleeping.
Got a 14 perception.
I got a 16.
okay, you listen, and there's
Hiccuping.
yes, the monsters are drinking. Shh, don't tell them we're here. We're totally like, what do they call it when they claim jumping, right? You roll it, you call it, boys.
I got a 4.
It's just like, what mirror? Where? What are we talking about? What monsters? You guys ever see the what is it, the Jabberwocky? And they had the knight, and he had the bucket helm with the tall. The lip comes like right up to the top. The slit is up there, and he's like, "Monster? What monster?" You know, perception check of 4 or less. You hear a sort of a clicking scrape on stone, like someone's tapping the stone with the tip of a sword, something pointy, but not the metallic sound of stone hitting steel. Some else pointed, not like wood that's got a round flat like a staff, but something else. It's moving around in the room, making a sort of a strange tap click from a pointed object. What do you do?
Close the door.
Oh, he did.
I did.
Yeah. This door he had closed when you were playing with the mirror. Now we're listening at it. What do you guys want to do?
Gentlemen, do you feel up to handling whatever's in that room?
I don't hear anything behind that door.
Yes,
There is most definitely something there.
We
What
can
kind of
handle this
hookah
if
are you guys
cannot.
smoking?
Okay. Open the door.
So I'll push the door open.
Okay.
With my stump hand, my lighted rapier in the other hand.
Okay, so in your positions, we have Vex still at the door, Arif's backed off the middle of the room. Weloff and Zekmet are still on their guarded positions near the door you came in.
Because like stuck on your silly little map that won't let me move.
Where do you want to go? You say you move up
Well
and we'll
done.
look after you.
I will. I already told Old Man Arif.
Does
Okay.
my knowledge of dungeoneering
Yep.
gain me anything in here?
You can always roll. Find out.
Sure, let's do a roll.
Oh man, these fucking maps.
Oh, not like that did much good. I got a 9.
No sign of slime. No sign of it. You know, you're looking around, but nothing presents itself easily.
How about a 24?
Sweet.
Considering the scorpion that came in like as soon as you guys opened the door, right? And the condition of the walls that are intact but very crumbly, like very rough edges, burrowing creatures that can burrow in rock and stone, they could have, you know, it's not so surprising that there might have been something tunneling in here. 1,200 years is a long time. Erosion, cracks, water, and then animals take advantage of such crevices. Small vermin or something bigger.
Be aware that these caverns, these chambers, actually, would be ideal nesting places for strange vermin. Be aware.
Do you guys want to have a go at the door?
Yep. Yeah, I'll push it open.
Okay.
Then in the background, too, no one really but himself.
Acadia's lexicon on the desert dwelling creatures that really does say that one should be careful of scorpions.
Another creepy crawlies.
Land sharks?
Land sharks. I love how he's it might sound like it's corrupting the podcast audio, but Frank's actually kind of like twiddling his fingers near the mic like he's contemplating. It's making this great scruff like he's almost scratching himself while he's thinking.
Thanks.
It's coming well on video. It's not coming so good over the audio portion, but I just thought I'd clear that up. So guys, pillars line the walls of this rectangular chamber, interspersed with stone jackal heads extending from the walls. A stone altar covered in a layer of dust sits at the eastern far end of the room. To the west, the set of doors, double and made of stone, now stand slightly ajar again because you've opened them. So the very round hubs attached to the walls, 6, are your jackal heads. Inside, offset from the walls, not very far, the gray circular stone are your 6 pillars, and the rectangular box at the far end is your altar. What do you do?
Well, I think it's time we perhaps move it.
In to see more.
Mm-hmm.
Step 10 feet inside the room.
Okay. Can I have a perception check from those entering the room?
I guess. A perception of 12.
Sorry, did you want to be in front of Vex or beside him there, Segment? Or Skemmet?
No, just behind.
Just behind? Okay.
Yep. I have a perception of 11.
Okay. Hold that until you enter the room, because like I said, just stepping into the room, get a bit of a...
Perception of 10 from me.
Okay.
Okay. Very good.
You still hold it, but I just... Outside the room, it's a bit of a penalty, right? Because you're breaching a door, can't see and smell everything, blah, blah, blah. Safer, but definitely if you're going to, perceive anything jumping out at you through a doorway, your vision is narrowed, your sense of smell is off, you're X amount of feet back. So just keep that in mind, gentlemen. Sorry, I missed... Wellef at 12? Segment? Okay. And even Arif, who's now, still outside the room.
Okay. Oops. It'll be the first one I accidentally
The
rolled
11?
twice. 11.
Okay. Can I have initiative, gentlemen? No one seems to spot us hiding in the room.
Oh. Oh, you're on this roll.
Initiative of 5.
10.
18.
Oops. Arif will have gotten a 13.
Okay. On round 0, the surprise round, which is us, and you guys don't get to act, crawling out from behind the stone, hearing the door grating open. Vex, you found what's made the source of that sort of clicking noise. As these 6, not 8-legged, large insectoid creatures with spider-like carapace legs and heads and a sort of oval-tipped abdomen and end, again, 6 legs, not spiders, crawl out from around, and 1 goes over. So 5 up, that's 10, 15, 20. 1 comes around, squeezing 10, 15, 20, and they come right at you guys. And they look menacing, hungry. The jaws are clicking, the claws are clacking. They come right at you guys like they rush you. But on the surprise round, we only have movement. So round 1 starts now. You guys are in the positions you are. Right at the front, we have Wellef, who's actually going to go later. We have Vex. So at the back of the line with his superior initiative of Zekmet, you see these things crawling, not charging, but rushing towards us. Zemeckit, what do you do?
Throw a javelin.
Okay. It's a move action. You pull a javelin from its ready position and have to throw straight through your friend giving the opponent a +4 shield bonus, but it's well within range. Now, you can, if you want to stay back, great. If you want to move up, you can move through Vex for free and stab it with the javelin with no penalty. But then you...
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
But unfortunately, then, if you throw it, it gets attack of opportunity. If you just stab at it...
Oh, you're giving me too many choices. Okay, let's back up. Let's stay back here, and we're going to throw it.
Okay. Now, you can also delay and tell Vex to get down. And then when he gets down, you trigger your action.
Interesting thought. So let's try that.
Okay.
I didn't realize that was an option.
Yep.
So we're going to holler at Vex. Vex, get down!
Okay. And you delay. Okay, so now I'm going to change your initiative to 9. And Vex is up next with 10. 10. Or sorry, Vex.
No, I think Arif would be next with his 13.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Didn't go in the chat. Sorry, so you can delay and just go whenever you want, or you can ready an action. So it's like, okay, you pull your javelin, tell him to get down, and when he does, you throw. Problem with that is, even though you get to go, if he doesn't fill your condition, you're stuck there. One advantage is you've pulled you're pulled and ready to go. The other is...
I'm pulled and ready to go, waiting for Vex to drop.
Right, so we'll say that's an actual ready to action. Okay, Arif, what do you want to do?
Okay, so what do I know about these things?
Can I have a knowledge nature for vermin?
Knowledge nature. Let's see here. I will do that. 14.
A giant soul figured.
Are they poisonous?
Often mistaken for spiders, but they are not part of that family. These are vermin, so mind-affecting spells will not harm them. And no, you don't have to worry about poison. You have to worry about their extremely strong bug claws that are strong as machine arms. Because if they get a hold of you, they'll rend you. They can just rip people in half.
Ugh. Okay, then I'll take a 5-foot step and give Willif a bonus to his armor class.
They also have a nasty bite.
Through the 8 other.
Okay. They're also very fast.
Great.
Like outrunning this thing is not an option. Fast as his wolf. Nasty bite. But instead of tripping you for free, like someone named Barkley, they'll just get claws into you and rend.
And I'll say that as I move up, they're not poisonous, but careful. They have a nasty bite, and they're swift as the wind. And then, Willif, you can get a bonus to your armor class.
Woohoo! Because I know things.
Natural 20, so you get a +3 bonus to your armor class for this round.
Sweet.
Wow.
Vex, you're up.
I will take a 5-foot step if I can fit in this space.
Yep, you're squeezing, but it's no problem.
Okay.
Okay. And
I will attack with my rapier.
oh, you can't enter a squeezing square with a 5-foot step, though, can you?
No.
No, you can't. Sorry. However, I will let you just take regular movement. Call it a move action.
Okay.
And because you're not stepping,
But would that incur?
No, because there's enough. Because you are, because we're burning the movement.
Oh, I'm not moving through a threatened
You're not
square,
going
I'm
up
just
and
stopping
over.
on it.
You're just kind of cornering, and the squeeze part is you getting into that. Now you are considered squeezed right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna pull up, that condition for you, and anything.
Oh yeah, that's like -4 to attacks and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of heinous.
But you're out of the way.
Oh.
Now, as soon as you do that, he throws, but I'll let you finish your...
Yeah.
Did you want to do anything?
Yes, I'm going to attack for nothing.
Get in there and you pull out your rapier and you're beside you, the pillar and the thing above you, and right? And now.
I should be able to shoot now.
That's right.
All right, so let's do that.
All right, so if you pull up your guy and go to your actions on the bottom tab, you should find your actual.
My javelin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got an 8.
It's not unpausing.
Pardon me.
Okay, Matt's dying.
It won't unpause. What the hell? Shit. Huh. There we go. Okay, sorry, we're good. Technical glitch. You were saying, sir?
I rolled an 8.
He moves, you let the javelin fly. And this creature facing you just dips the hinge parts of its legs, and what would have been a true shot just sails a few inches right along the top of its head and body, and your javelin skitters and slams into the altar 10 feet behind you, registering a miss. And then it's our turn. Seligafid. How about Sigrid? Sigrid 1 is up and starts laying right into our War Priest of Sekhmet. You like war? Well, the battle has come to you, sir. Brand new round, full attack action, a bite, and 2 claws. Well, don't mind if I do.
Oh, ow.
So, with a 14, a 14, and an 8.
That would be a miss, and a miss.
Oh.
Because of my boosted AC.
Oh ho ho! So I would have hit you if it wasn't for that old priest and those damn kids. All right. Silifid number 2 is actually going to go for our rogue. And the same deal for you, sir. With a 13, a 12, a bite at 13. Hit, miss.
I have
You're muted.
Does it hit
One
you?
miss and 2 hits.
1 miss and 2 hits. Okay.
The first, whatever the first one is, missed, and the other 2 hit
Okay.
in that order.
It says claws, miss. It says bite, hits, and claws, hit again. So this thing gets a hold of a leg and chomps at you for 7 points of damage, and then claws your upper thigh for a D3 plus for 2 more. You take 9 points of damage, Vex.
And I go down.
You had 9 hit points. You are at 0. He falls unconscious. This thing drags him down. Welef, the War Priest of Sekhmet.
Wow.
What do you do?
I will activate one of my lovely little abilities.
Oh, do tell.
I will. It's a fire strike. It's a supernatural ability. For 1 minute, I get to enhance one weapon, i.e., my fist.
Okay.
And for that 1 minute, it glows red hot and deals an extra D4 of fire damage.
Okay. So is this a human ability? Is this a natural ability? Is this a class?
This is a war class, war priest.
So granted,
Sacred fist ability.
granted to you by your goddess.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Bye-bye.
That's nice. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go. Pff.
You can go all you want. It's part of my class.
Come on. Evoke the name. You make me say it every four.
Oh, priestess, give me the power.
Oh, I don't mean like it's a spell.
Yeah.
I have this figure to be like for Sekhmet, and glory for Sekhmet and beyond. And then you and the Toy Story guys all punch. No, no. For flavor, come on. Silently grinning.
Nice.
You did say you were a man of few words. Silently grinning, igniting his fist. And
Oh, sorry, I didn't target it.
I got
did
you.
target it. 18. Okay.
I basically automatically target whatever you guys intend to fight.
Okay.
Hitting it square in the noggin. Whoosh. Your flaming fist.
My flaming fist
Flaming fist. Havru. And
of bludgeoning damage and my fire damage of 1.
okay.
So a total of 4 damage. That's it.
Smash.
And I'm done. Welcome to first level.
Yeah. Smashing this thing and igniting. You see the side of the Pyrrhus burn. He burns his knuckle print. You know, almost like 3 marks in the face. You know, he's just spreading the word. Round 2. Arif, you're up. Vex Vandal, you're on deck. Don't worry. 0 does not need stabilization. And Fantasy Grounds, shout out to our sponsor. Once you move off of your turn, we have it set up to automatically roll a stabilization roll for you. Isn't that nice? Because you're unconscious and can't do it yourself. So that would be Sekhmet is on deck. So, Arif, what do you do?
5-foot step.
Mm-hmm. Right in front of the javelin thrower. What are you guys doing?
He can move.
No, I know, but I just thought it was funny.
And I will cure Vex for a diet +1, 5 points.
Okay.
+1, you said?
Yeah.
With,
Diet plus
with
1?
what ability?
Yeah.
A
6.
spell?
Yeah, I cast a spell.
To-
Cure light wounds.
To who?
Back in the game.
Oh, Pharasma. Pharasma guides you. Now is not your time, young man.
And clear.
And then technically at 0 you're not unconscious, you're just staggered.
Oh, is that right? I thought 0
Yeah.
knocked you out. Okay.
Uh-uh.
So he's
That's
you're-
any negative number.
right. You're seriously messed up, and he just comes over.
Oh, yeah.
You're sliding
Super
down the pole.
bummed.
There's literally a pillar behind him that he's all staggered against. He's sliding down. You're like, oh, prop him up. Well done, sir. Which means Vex Vandal is
And that
awake.
should have been 6 because there's +1 to it, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So instead of 9,
So,
sorry, you only have
3.
3 wounds, right? Okay.
Yep.
So
And then I will
hey,
tell
everyone
you-
counts when you only have 9 hit points.
yeah,
dude. And then Arif will remind you: defend yourself. Focus on defense.
you can give him bonuses as a move action even after you cast a spell.
No, I'm reminding him to go full defensive to add to his armor class.
Oh, right. I can't bless everybody.
Oh, I got beat up there bad because I'm squeezed. I'm gonna move out of this spot. I shouldn't have moved for the javelin thrower. That was a terrible idea.
Mm.
I forgot that squeezed is -40 your
Hey,
AC.
you know, live and
None of those would have hit
live
me.
and learn with the new battle friends. I'm liking this.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're moving, I'll take squeezed off. And what do you want to do? Positive energy
I am-
flowing into you.
I am going to acrobatics.
Okay.
Into flanking position.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yep. It's my CMD +5 because you're going through me, not past me.
22.
So my CMD is 13, would be 18.
Wow.
So yes, he does the
Nimble
Prince of
little
Persia,
mix.
right? Just take plants afoot. Can I have a perception check? Not from anybody, but Arif. You were laying hands on him. You're focused on him. Everyone's focused on the battle. Your opponents, your whereabouts, corner of the eye. But with that personal touch,
16.
okay, he, with a glance of gratitude, he immediately vaults into this tumbling, and you swear right in front of your eyes, like right, the stump forms not a hand, but just some sort of flat mitten-like appendage, and helps him stick the landing on the creature as he flips over and comes up the other side, rapier in hand, holding with the rapier style, holding the other hand out, and you just see that sort of stump mitten just kind of right back, disappear, blink, blink. You're not even sure what you saw. Vex, you tumble, and
if you can apply the flat-footed condition or the flank condition to the giant soul of fuged 1.
I just might. And
Soul fugued.
soul fugued? That's going to be a thing. No? I like Sigrid. I thought Sigrid was a nice...
Okay, so I have that was my movement. I have a swift and an attack, right?
Yes.
So for my swift action, I will activate Elemental Assault, which gives me an additional D6 electricity damage. And I will attack the giant Solifuge one. Yes, I'm targeted. Please be good numbers. Please be good numbers.
Got it. 6 in a minute. His internet froze. He's just so. Look at this. There's a great picture. I wish you could see this. The look on Matt's face. Yeah, the look on Matt's face. You know what? There's got to be
disappointment.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah,
hang on.
I don't think his internet froze. I think he's
there he goes.
frozen.
No, I was just about to drag the thumbnail of you onto the screen. That look of,
Yep, that's what happened. I missed with a 6.
Okay, now does that burn your electrical strike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I get an attack of opportunity, it's gone.
At the end of the round. Okay. So, Zemikat, you're up, sir. One javelin gone. You're free to attack anyway, drawing another weapon. Hands. You can move through friendlies for free. Gonna move straight up. Do you want to... 2 guys on your right are flanking the one. There's a cleric in front of you and nothing attacking the other one. But these guys were quick to react. For somebody that just got in your way, and then another guy that suddenly just, damn it, got in your way, he actually healed the rogue who flipped over, immediately got out of the way, and now, you know, what do you want to do there, Zemi?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is move over here.
Okay, so stepping beside the priest in the doorway.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I should, by rights, have some spells, correct?
Yes, sir.
If you click on the Actions tab.
Yes, I didn't actually have any in my list. It was a slight oversight, I believe. But
oh no, hang on, right over here. So, you're getting ready for a spell, Sekhmet, and you are beside the priest, and you want to do what?
I want to cast Acid Splash.
Okay. Now, I believe, even though you're blocked in by 2 guys with like a shield bonus, because the tip of your square is free through the blank square, and you can touch it to, you know what I mean? You can draw a line.
Yes.
Without, like, I don't know. It might be, help me out here, Joe. Pretty sure this might be a shield bonus block because you guys are, like, you're right in front of him.
To target which one?
He wants to target the one that's...
The one at the top.
Yeah.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still gets a...
+4 shield bonus.
Shield bonus.
Yeah, because
whatever you want to call it.
Because your allies are, like, literally touching...
Yeah, cover bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I mean, it's fine. It's worth a shot. Unless, again, you want to go up and deliver this with your unique ability. You can actually punch it with the acid, but then you've got to close.
Or you could choose to ignore the cover and throw it anyways. There's always that option too.
I'm just going to ignore the cover and throw it.
Problem is if you roll and you hit within the AC of the cover, then you actually hit the target, the cover target.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's not injure anybody more. So I'm going to take the move into the open spot.
Okay.
If it'll let me do that. There we go.
Yep.
Boom. And then we're going to go with the cast.
Okay. So delivering your spell with your Magnus ability, you have the, I believe it's the esoteric archetype. It gives you monk features, and you're allowed to cast your spells not into your weapon, but into your natural weapons. And as you punch, you release. Right? But it has to be touch spells. So is Acid Splash considered a touch spell? Because if it's a ranged touch attack, I think that might be bending it. I think it has to be a target touch spell, like Shocking Grasp.
It says the casting time is 1 standard actions, components BNS. The range is 25 feet plus 5 for 2 levels. 1 missile of acid, instantaneous.
Yeah, so it's ranged, just straight up range.
Okay, so you can still cast this from where you're standing with nothing blocking you, but the downside is you can't cast it while you're punching and get the extra damage.
That's okay. I'll just go ahead and cast it from where I'm standing.
Right. Now, you have 2 options now. This provokes an attack of opportunity unless you can make a concentration check. So if you make a concentration check, you're basically casting defensively through concentration. You're bobbing and weaving. It does not get its attack of opportunity. You cast a spell, but you have to hit a certain DC. And if you screw that roll up, you eat the spell, as in it fails.
It is what it is.
Yep.
So where do I find the concentration check?
It's on your skills page. And the DC is 15 plus spell level.
Does it actually say concentration?
Yep.
Yeah.
DC is 15 plus twice your spell level.
I don't have any concentration.
Is it concentration or is it spellcraft?
No, it's concentration.
Are you
Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to try a concentration check here.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a 17.
The DC is 15 plus twice the spell level. Now you're casting a 0 level spell, so that's 0. And 17 beats 15. So yes, it goes to take its attack of opportunity. You're ready. You bob, you eat, you cast, and you dump acid right on its head. If you make the range touch attack, what do you need to score the hit? Because I believe this is a combat spell that actually needs an actual roll from you.
It has no saving throw, no spell resistance.
Yeah, that's because you have to roll a die 20 to hit.
Yeah, roll a succeed on a range touch attack, which is good, which means you're actually using my touch AC. Okay, so my armor and my carapace of my, my bug buddy doesn't help me. All you gotta do is hit the silhouette. All I get is my dexterity. So I have to act as if I'm flat-footed, and my flat-footed AC is only 12.
Okay, so my D20 roll only gives me a 9.
But you get to add your dexterity because it's a range touch. So what's your dex modifier? 2. That's 11. Ooh, so close, dude.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So close. You're bobbing, you're weaving, you cast the spell, and you're forced to dodge a claw, and it just skewers the shot, acid ball right off the rim. But well played. Our turn. It's time to get buggy. It's time to get nasty. But we'll do that next time. Oh, maybe